Hi, I'm singer-songwriter Oscar Butler, and you are on Oscar Butler Music on YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Songwriting Rules. Well, it's another quick tip in our inspiration series, the 10 short videos that I've been doing, or that I am doing, to give you ideas to stay inspired, to build your inspiration, to set fire to your inspiration. And today, the tip is deadlines. Deadlines. I know most people hate deadlines. But the thing is that, and one of the reasons that I like doing this is because years ago I read a book called On Writing Well, and it talked about how writers, people like, columnists and stuff like that, they have deadlines and they have to come up with ideas in order to make a living, in order to make money. They have to hit their deadlines, otherwise they don't get paid. And so with that in mind, that's sort of where I developed my song a week idea, the challenge. Because the thing is that I set my deadline for the Friday or the end of the week of every week, and for the last 20 weeks, and I've done this for several years in a row, but for the last 20 weeks, 20 weeks, that's right. Gosh, I've written a lot of songs. The last 20 weeks, I had a deadline to set to get a song out by the end of the week, and that's what I did. And the thing is that when I do that, then my mindset ends up being that, even through the week, if I'm sitting down playing guitar, if I'm walking around, if I'm downtown or doing shopping or doing something else, my mind is always searching for, okay, what can I write about? What can I write about? It kind of keeps my mind in an open position to accept whatever I can, to listen for things that are going to be great songs. So that's one thing that you can try to do. And the thing is if you're afraid of deadlines, try it anyway, because most people are afraid of deadlines because they just don't think they can produce under pressure. And that's the thing, is that once you start doing it, with me now I really can't stop. I just started writing a new song, and I don't want to do that right now. I want to take a break and just work on the songs that I've already done, just build those, work on them, and get them recorded. I haven't even had time to record them. But the thing is that once I started doing that, and now that I've been doing it for so long, I can't seem to stop. I want to have a song at the end of every week. And the thing is, a few times, about probably 3 or 4 years ago, I actually spent 14 days, I set down a 2-week period where I would write a song a day. And it worked. I did it. And the thing is that if you do stuff like that, even though, the song that you might write might not be what you consider a hit or a crazy great song, but the thing is that you are writing. And that's the most important thing, is you want to get to where you're writing. Because by writing, you improve. You get better. You get better if you do it, whether it's under a deadline or you have inspiration. Inspiration to me is sort of overrated. And I mean it in the sense that, I was asleep last night and I woke and I popped up out of bed and I had this idea and I jumped out of bed. Expecting that is overrated. And for the most part, a lot of people that I know that wait and sit around and wait for that don't write a whole lot of songs, don't do a whole lot of writing. And the thing is that you can have, if you have knowledge of how to write songs, you can have knowledge-based inspiration. I think I spoke about that on one of my early videos. I'll have to check, but I'll have to share that with you. Just, when you have the knowledge of songwriting, that in itself can be inspirational to you. To where, with me, because of the knowledge I have about songwriting, I have the idea that, anything I want to write about, I can write about because I know how to put it together. French toast, Chocolate Jones, fun stuff like that. But it's just a fun thing. So try it. Set a few deadlines, and don't give up that if you don't hit the first one. Try it again. And the thing is after a period of time, if you actually set a deadline to do this, you'll start kind of getting into the habit of, well, I want to write. And your mind will be more open to accepting or finding or looking for ideas for songs. So that's pretty much this week's quick tip. Try the deadlines. Anyway, if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to my Oscar Butler Music on YouTube, so you know every time I post, every time I go live. Okie dokie, have a great weekend.